Hey there, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to discuss the WooCommerce email templates, how you can change them, and I'll also give a brief overview of what goes on in the email settings of WooCommerce. So let's dive right in, and I'll put up screen one on here for you. All right, so where am I? If we go into the WordPress dashboard and we go to WooCommerce, we go to settings and we go to emails, this is what we'll see here. So what we're looking at is a list of the different types of, or the different emails that get sent out at different events during a transaction in WooCommerce. The first three of these emails are going to be sent to yourself, the store owner, and whoever else you decide to give that email to or to send that email to. And you can quite easily change that by just clicking on the Manage button on the right hand side here. And you'll see that this email has been enabled. You can switch them on and off just by ticking and unticking that box. And you can change who they get sent to over there. You can also change the subject and the email heading if you'd like. And then of course, don't forget to save changes. Right, to get back to the list, click on that up arrow. And what I want to do now is just show you how you can go about changing a few things with these emails. But before we get into the templates, let's just have a look at some of the other settings. This is the from name, so this is the name that's going to appear in the client's email program as to who's sending him the email, and that's the address that it's going to be appearing to be sent from. This is kind of an important address, so you want to make sure that that's working. In my case here, this specific address doesn't exist, so I'm using my Gmail account. But in your case, I would say make sure that whatever email address you put in there does actually work and it is a valid email address. So that if somebody gets one from there, they can simply reply to it and they'll be able to communicate with you directly. Right, the header image, this is the URL to the logo that you're going to be putting on your email template. And you can preview what it's going to look like by clicking that link. And you'll see that my logo fits exactly with the width of that email. You may need to fiddle with your own logo to get it to do that. The base color is the, well, if you want to hover over here, that's the email or the color, the black that I'm using in my emails. So for instance, if we go back to that template, that's the black that you'll see over there. You can change that color to just about anything with a hexadecimal code. The background color, the body background color, the body text color, all of that information you can merrily change to your heart's desire. And of course, don't forget to save changes once you've done that. Okay, moving back to the templates. Now, what happens is whenever something happens on WooCommerce, the client is going to get an email. So for instance, when they place an order the first time, they're going to get this order on hold email. And if you click into that email, you'll see some of the information that you can change easily here. So the subject you can change by erasing that and putting whatever you want in there. And the email heading you can change as well. Thank you for your order. And the additional content is what appears at the bottom of the email. And if you get confused, you can always hover over the question mark and it'll pop up a little explanation as to what that field is actually doing. And in this case here, you can see that you'll be able to use different variables or placeholders, as they call them here. And what type of email is it? HTML or plain text? I would just leave that at HTML. So now what if you wanted to address some of the other text that was in that email and you wanted to change a bit of the wording or something along that line? Very easy to do. So what you would have to do is you would now have to go and edit the actual template. Now, let me just go back to the main camera. I need to explain something. So in WooCommerce, it comes with email templates, but you've got to remember something. Your theme that you're using has the ability to override those templates. So what we're going to be doing now may seem a little bit technical, but follow along and you'll get the gist of exactly what it is I'm going to be doing. All right, let's get back into that. So To view that template, you click on the View Template button and you'll see that it is all grayed out. And that is because this is the actual root template that's within WooCommerce itself. So what we need to do is we need to copy that template into our theme. And if you know how to do this using Control Panel, all good, that's great. Well done to you. But if you don't, all you need to do is you need to just copy this file to the theme, and WordPress have put this button in here that you can actually click and it will do exactly that for you. So here we go. We've now created a copy of that template, and it can be found in our theme itself. So to view the template, all we're going to do is click on the View Template. And now we can see that it's editable, so there's no more graying out. So here's the part that we want to change. It says, thanks for your order. It's on hold until we confirm that payment has been received. Now, I've got to just warn you about something when you're doing any editing in this template. If you use an apostrophe like that, and you put it in here, you have to preface that with a backslash. Otherwise, it's going to truncate the code and all kinds of strange things are going to happen which will drive you crazy. So you may notice that my time clock has changed. I'm now a couple of hours beyond where I was when I started this video. And the reason was I did exactly that. I put in a comma or an apostrophe in here and it truncated the entire template, completely ruined it, and it took me a little bit of figuring out what I'd actually done, but that's what it was. So this one here is fine. You'll see that that apostrophe is slightly different to that one over there, and I'm not exactly sure how you get that, but let's just see where we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sentence out and I'm going to type something else in. We are just waiting for your payment, and as soon as we get it, we will send it. We will send your order off to you. And there we go. Now, if I had to put in a apostrophe over here, like I did before, that apostrophe there is going to actually truncate that thing. So the entire bit of code that ends that off would now be disappeared, and it will cause the entire system to crash. So if I wanted to fix that, I would have to put this backslash in there, and then that would tell the system, please don't use the next character as a truncation or whatever the case might be. So in this case, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to save it as it is. Click on save. And we should be good. Right, so now the next step that I need to do is I have to actually go and prove that this has worked. So let's place another order. I'll add that to my cart. I'll add that to my cart. And the belt. Let's go view the cart. There we go. We've got 3 things in there. We're going to proceed to the checkout. Got my test user stuff in there. I had to use a different address because I was getting so confused. And instead of that email address, I'm going to put my Dom's Media address in there. And let's place that order. So this is where it bombed out previously. It would just, boom, completely crash. But here it is, it's working. And now if I go into my email for that specific address, let's just do a refresh there. OXMail will only check mail every 5 minutes unless you manually do it. So here is my email that's been received. And let's have a look at the text. We are just waiting for your payment, and as soon as we get it, we will send your order off to you. So that's basically all there is to it. We've now edited that template, and you can see that the other email that, well, the email that the client gets has now got our amended text in it. So I hope that has been helpful to you. It's taken me all morning just to get this video put together, and I learned some stuff along the way as well, and hopefully you did too. Until I see you again, take care.